Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I have another moon spell box unboxing and spell video. Because this is actually a spell that I picked a while ago and it was so awesome of the creator of Moonspell Box to send it to me. And I was kind of just waiting for the perfect time to do it. And it's been just beautiful, stormy just vibes outside and cleansing things and collecting storm water. And I love doing divination during storms. And I just couldn't get over my cards that I got. And I'll go into it when I do the spell part, but I just couldn't get over that I got the safe travel twice. But I also picked this box because of, you know, I have adventures planned actually this year, and I also think that we don't think of a lot of times about spells to protect us while we're going to and fro, and it just as far as going to the grocery store or in coming back home, you know. So I just think that this is a cool spell, and I loved also that there was cactus spines in it, so that was like another thing I was like really excited for. So yeah, let's get into the spell to travel safely. And it says that the spell uses color magic, plants, and crystals to create a magical pouch so that you can travel with ease. The intentions is to be surrounded by protection and peace of mind while traveling away from home. So I just felt like this was awesome. So I'm going to just unbox this spell, and then I'm going to come back and do the spell. So let's look at our spell kit items for this little adorable blue celestial pouch. And I knew that this was like something that I'm not good at sewing, so that was something I was kind of wanting to like test myself on and kind of learn. So that was, but it's creating a little like sachet or pouch, but like a sewn one. We have cotton, and before opening this, I looked into the spell ingredients, and it's cool that cotton even has, you know, magical properties for protection and good luck, and I'll get into that when I do the spell as well. But she picked out some blue thread, which is great for travel, for protection, for clarity, good communication, which is good while you're traveling. Beautiful yellow, adorable cloth with little polka dots. I like that. Which yellow is a good amplifier, so that's awesome. Oops. Sorry, hit my tripod. Sorry guys. I wanted to get my shells. So then we have a little thank you sticker, which is funny that she picked the Oracle card sticker, because that's the Oracle and Tarot brought me to do this spell. So it's actually really cool that there's that connection right there. So I like that she kind of put them in these little paper, these little shells so we can see the herbies. Some mint. And a rosemary. that open. Some mint and rosemary. And this, I'm definitely gonna like, I looked in because I don't really know about lantana, but it's a very, it's a very powerful flower. And I should get in, I guess I'll get into it when I'm like doing the spell, but I mean I have it right here. It's good for good luck, warding off negativity, warding off the evil eye. So it's just like really powerful. And then the cactus spines are really powerful too. And I like to collect my own cactus spines, especially after one of my cactuses blooms. So I like to use those, like to pick some specifically when that happens. So I'm gonna jar some of this actually. So I feel like this is a powerful blend in itself. But there's that lantana and spines. Very beautiful. Actually, I could take one of the, actually reuse one of the boxes. I keep, I'm gonna use one of those. I used all the little Darcy gave the last protection spell I did. But I'll do that off screen. So let me just kind of put that there so you can see the herbs. That looks like. So I kind of did divination and stuff beforehand because I kind of didn't plan to do this, have this spell done, you know. Where usually I have the spell and then I go and do divination and see how what's going to influence it and stuff. But so really first on the ritual, or excuse me, let me just go over. So she gave us everything. The last thing I forgot to share is tiger's eye, little chips. I was like, there was a stone, because that came up too, which was crazy. Some tiger's eye chips. So that's everything. So you have tiger's eye, the mint and rosemary, the lantana, if I'm saying that correctly, I apologize if I'm not, flowers and cactus spines, the cotton, needle, and the blue thread, and the yellow fabric. And then these two are just, you can use those another time. I love using those sachets. Maybe I could even use that sachet and just put the same things in, like, so I can make two of these almost. But I think that that might leak, so that's why it's like the sew. So the first steps is to fold the yellow fabric to fold the yellow fabric rectangle in half so that the printed sides of the fabric touch by bringing the short sides of the fabric together. Your pouch should be inside out. So let me kind of like put these things aside. This. I'm actually gonna like kind of prep for this, but this is essentially where it's gonna, because I like to have candles and I have some stuff that I'm gonna be adding to it, so I kind of like to have everything here, so I kind of have that. But I'm just gonna kind of show, first step is to fold the fabric rectangle in half so that its printed sides are on the fabric. Touch by bringing the short sides of the fabric together. Your pouch should be inside out, so like so. And I know that because I was kind of watching like sewing videos, so I'm probably gonna sew this off camera. But it says line up the edges so that they're even. This fold forms one side of your pouch, and then using the blue thread and sewing needle sew the pouch closed on two of its three sides. As you pull the thread, focus on your intentions, recite the incantation. Okay, and then pull it through, step 3 would be pulling it through the open side, turn the pouch inside, or excuse me, right side out, and fill it with the remaining ingredients. So once it's done, you can like pull it, so it'll be like that, but it'll be sewn. And I have like added ingredients. So since I don't like to share the incantation, and this is gonna take me a while, I'm gonna just I'm gonna sew these sides up, so then I can do this last. So let me kind of like go and put some of this in a jar real quick, so then I can reuse the last of what I have and sew this, and then I'll come back. So I'll be right back. So I was gonna use one of these jars because I was like, you know, when I took them out. But look at how big these, I don't want to like take it out now that I put them in there, but look how big that those, I kept a couple. These come from her like land, and I don't know if pretty sure I said it, but all the herbs come from her land, so it's just like so cool. Let's get another one out. So neat. Imagine how big the cactus is for the thorns to be that big. I'm going to show the ones, look how big those thorns are, or spines. And I was reading this beautiful rose and thorn story. I'll post it like in the pinned comments down below. But this is what I get from my cactus. This is what the spines look like from mine. So like that's crazy, like the comparison. But yeah, so okay, I'm gonna be right back. I just had to show that part because I feel like I wasn't able to present the cactus. Like that's what drew me to the spell, was the cactus spines, and I'm like really like wowed by them. That's amazing. Okay, so yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Here is my pouch. It took me a very long time, but it's okay. It was very meditative. And I think I'm gonna like wrap the top of it like a mojo bag, like how I've seen. So I was actually just gonna prep a candle, but I wanted to just share some of my cards that this one was like the biggest of like I'll probably maybe put like their meanings on the screen. But how was it? I believe, yeah, transition within the home, the King of Wands. And then the chariot also signifies adventures. Actually sitting, excuse me, sitting and mapping out what you're gonna do next. And that's how it was with the Ace of Swords. And then it was just also these cards that got me, like the Wheel of Fortune, with the Queen of Wands, Two of Wands with the Magician, and I believe these are the corresponding clarifier cards for that. So, I mean, if you know tarot, you'll know the story, or I could maybe write the story on the screen, if like I'm able to. But It was even maybe some, you know, a connection. I think it's more of just like a connection with yourself when you travel, when you go on adventures, you do become a part, you connect with the part of yourself, I feel like, that you don't usually always experience when you go on vacations and such. So yeah, I just thought my homemade tarot was very interesting. The safe travel, magical power, and good fortune, which was like kind of wanted me to put just a tiny twist onto this spell about protecting money while traveling. So I am just adding, I'm going to be doing that. And then the safe travel, the divine guidance. It's very self-explanatory of asking the cards. Kind of having that courage and kind of allowing myself to go on those adventures, I feel like is kind of why that came out, because I can be very reclusive and more to myself, but don't get me wrong, like when I do feel like a good vibe, I will like definitely like come out of my shell and start feeling my oats and feeling good about things, and being knowledgeable, you know, about what I'm doing, where I'm going, where my surroundings, just keeping an eye out. I kind of was like, a lot of messages came through. That's just most of the gist of it. But it was nice. And then literally Tiger's Eye came out first, which is literally the stone that was, I like want to film almost like divination part, but it would make these so long. So, but the Tiger's Eye, obsidian, and kyanite came out, which perseverance, I feel like, is kind of goes with that, going on adventures, doing things, traveling, and then that self-reflection and self-expression kind of goes with what I just said, about adventures kind of bringing different parts of yourself and being able to reflect on that, and then it's interesting, you know, how memories can make an echo in your life. And I don't want to get too deep, but anyways, it just like, you know, adventures are a beautiful thing, and you should really try to have them and make them happen in your life. That's kind of like another thing that kind of came from that. But because those stones came out, I just finished tumbling like obsidian. Some pieces there was cool. There was golden sheen and silver sheen, which I really didn't have that. I have a rainbow obsidian sphere that I like to scry in sometimes. But I actually went and asked my kyanite pieces if it were just wanting to share a piece of itself, and this one did. So I have some kyanite, and there's like clear quartz that's kind of in here, so I thought that was cool. And mica, which is very calming and soothing. I sometimes accidentally mix up or merge my words, because I think faster than I talk sometimes. But anyways, but I just wanted to thank my crystal spirit for allowing me to have a piece of you for this spell. So my camera died, but the last thing I was just saying was those are the stones. I wanted to add a piece of Tiger's Eye that I tumbled as well. I have 4 pieces that also represent each 4 corners of the globe. Okay, I thought that would be cool. So I just did, dress and do just a candle with some blue sand, working with the blue, because that's the color she did for the thread. I feel like blue is really good for protection, peace, clarity, and that's all good things while you have to have, while you good communication while you're traveling. I just dressed that with the herbs that were in the shells. So, and I enchanted the cotton balls, and I'm going to be using soil from my home because I want to return home safely. So that's actually herbs. So I'm adding that to the spell. Since I'm going to be traveling around water and around the ocean, in the ocean probably, this is a stone I found on the beach. It was a cute one, and it's a one that hasn't opened yet, so I was like, I picked that guy out. What drew me to this spell was those her cactus spines, which made me want to use some of mine. So I'm going to be adding a couple of mine. I also have a seashell that represent the Eye of Ra, especially since we're doing this on a Sunday. And then I have some sigils. These are ones. This is the one I created to bind runes. So I just have to burn 2. And then since the message that came out was kind of to protect your currency while you're traveling, I picked out a denomination of every currency in America. This came from my Fortuna Lakshmi Abundance altar. It's one of the 7s. But this is, I figured if you wanted to, you could use a quarter that is of your state or the place you're going to. If you could even incorporate that, but I couldn't find a Florida one. So I kind of like charged these things. I'm also adding a bay leaf, since a lot of the things that are in here are fire, sun energy, so I just kind of like amplifying that. So yeah, those are the runes I made the runes from, which all corresponded as well. I lit my candle. Now I'm just gonna light one last incense. So this will be the candle that I don't know if I should, like, I don't want to make these long, you know. Okay, so what we have, so I have a lot going on in here. So I actually enchanted these off camera as well. So I'm gonna put the stones in first, and I just kind of did a little smoke cleanse into the pouch. So I don't need to show that on camera. So I was kind of like sitting and waiting. I was like, what can I do without doing too much? Okay, so I add a bay leaf, since similar energies to the other plants that are in here. Add the shell. Actually, more pressing water. Okay. Okay, so I didn't put any oils on the sigils. I just didn't want anything to get nasty. So it goes like this. Going in, fold it towards you, right? Okay. And let me just burn, baby, burn. I'm burning these two. Hold on, I gotta draw this twice. I had to put towards you 3 times, baby. Like that. Put that in the cauldron too. Okay. So I'm gonna add a little selenite chunky in here, so just everything so it's like almost like a shaker. You can turn that into a shaker, and it can cleanse and recharge itself. So since I did chant these, kind of like want to pull them apart a little bit. That. I'm gonna put since I don't want to kind of touch these. Perfect. 3 came out. Three came out. So I can always come back and save. Okay, so I also have tag walks. It's my husband and my hair. So it's both of us. So I added that part into this as well. Okay. This I'm gonna add some of my water oil too. And just like dry this. Let that dry, and I'm just gonna enchant the rest of these herbs. It's crazy, those cactus spines are huge. I've never seen anything like them. And it was neat learning about a new plant as well. And let me, since this is kind of dried a little bit, hold that. I kind of want that to sit in those herbs. So the rosemary and the mint go with the, kind of in a layering thing, go with the money part. Okay, so let me put the and I picked like there's like certain years on these, so there's like special meanings between each coin. Okay. And I'm just gonna kind of do real money spell it within it. Why not find some money? Okay, there's that. And I will probably make it just like, take that blue string and tie it like in the top like that. Right now, I'm just gonna go with the rest of the steps. So it was step 3 was pull it through the open side, turn the pouch right side out and fill it with the remaining ingredients. Sew up the third side securely, and as you pull the thread again, continue to focus your incantation again and recite the incantation to travel safely. And then leave the pouch in your car, take it with you, or excuse me, or take it with you when you travel to invoke its protective properties. So I put the pins back in there, but thinking about like tying this and doing like I don't know, some type of like something like that. This is so thin, so I might get like my blue yarn. Yeah, I could go around and around and around. Round and around and around she goes. Where does she talk? Nobody knows. It's clockwise, yeah. Right way. just gonna repeat this incantation as I go around. Sorry, I have to bring this close to me because it's not gonna be good. So I'm doing it like this so it can be towards me and it's easy flowing. So that's how it kind of came. Like, actually it came like really nice. I feel like keep on going. I repeated that 3 times. Oops. And then I'll probably do a little knot spell. This is so long. I have a protective one memorized, actually. This one I made up. Okay, so there's the little knot spell. I'm gonna like kind of say, I don't wanna use all of this guy up because it's nice having something I wanna, it's actually something I'm wanting to learn is how to sew. So, it's kind of why I got this spell as well. But, let me cut, let me get my scissors real quick. Those 2 needles back through. She gave like 2, like in case you lost one, or like. Okay, and this one. I usually save any of that. I have a little baggie for. So let's put that in there. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna migrate this to my altar. probably with this too. That's crazy. And I like that Chariot card. But yeah. That adds up to 7, so it adds up to the Chariot card, so that's gonna be good. So I'm gonna put this on my altar, and I'm gonna let that pouch charge. But that was the travel safety spell, and thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. It means so much. I hope you enjoyed, you know, hanging out with me and watching the spell, and let me know down below if you like this type of content and like seeing the spell part of this unboxing spells. But this spell is really neat, and I think it's definitely a perfect one for the summertime, with everyone traveling. And I also just think it's a good one in general because we need to also have protection while we travel and in our cars. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. It means so much. Please stay safe out there, make good choices, and I look forward to seeing you next one. Bye, guys.